Welcome everybody to this Roadcraft tips and tricks episode. Hopefully we can show you some tips and tricks that can help you get through the game smoother and make your game more enjoyable. Some of the things we're going to cover is the route planning system, why you shouldn't hop in vehicles being transported by a friend, how to save your vehicle from rolling over if you have a crane, some general tips around the barrels and toys in this game that will help you with both achievements and money making, as well as general things we've tried that have worked, some that have failed, and hopefully you can gain from our experience. Hope you enjoy. If you have anything to add, feel free to comment below and maybe we can do a video on that too. First thing we'll cover is the route planning. What you want to do here is make sure when you set your points you don't add in a 90-degree turn like my friend has done here on our multiplayer map. You want to make sure to add in a few points to the turn to make the turn nice and smooth for when you're running the semis and larger vehicles. They're going to need to take the turn earlier, some later, and you're going to have to plan the route according to both how wide the road is and what vehicles you're going to be using. In this next clip you'll see this is why you should never hop into a vehicle that is being towed by someone else. Basically, the issue with this is your latency versus their latency is going to cause some collision issues which, well, I'm not sure if it's going to be rectified or not, but you can see the handbrake's on here sitting on the back of his vehicle, yet we're bouncing around a lot, and you'll see right now he stops based on the latency issue, which causes us to have a massive rollover. I would suggest basically if your friend's transporting a vehicle, unless you're planning on trolling him, stay out of the vehicle he is towing. Next up we have some loading fun, trying different ways to get the max out of each semi. Now, as you can see here, I've put 3 vehicles on, thrown it up, and wedged the crane truck right on the back, which, though it looks great, transported fine, got it all the way down to where I needed the vehicles. As you'll see here, trying to take the vehicle off, and the vehicle got hooked, causing it to roll over, which was a bit fun. Another one here where I've tried a different way of getting them on and loading the roller on with the front wheels stuck in, which is great. Again, this vehicle towed fairly well, got it there okay to spot, almost lost my loader as you can see off the front. However, trying to take it off and we've jammed up the tailgate and unable to get it off. Having a friend come and move the tailgate as I moved it back, we were able to unjam it. So I would avoid using this technique as well, as it just causes problems if you're by yourself trying to get the vehicles on and off. This third way of loading the vehicles works really well, making sure you've got the first vehicle as far up onto the neck of the trailer as possible. You'll still be able to turn quite fine, get to your location, but you'll have no problems with unloading. Moving on to this next one of overloading vehicles. As you can see here, overloading vehicles causes you to lose steering, cause all sorts of other issues, and in general, other than it being fun to see how far you are, I've had to have my mate here with the crane come along to save me on more than one occasion. So overloading, not the best idea. Try and keep the weight up the front if possible. And as you can see, just yet another overloading issue, and having my mate with the crane come and rescue me yet again. Just working together to get all of this up. If you just avoid the overloading, pave roads first, and use multiple vehicles, I would suggest the semi, the flatbed semi. It is great for transporting lots more materials without having the rollover issues. However, it's no good off-road, so you are required to pave pretty much every road that you're going to take it down. Still, I would advise doing that. It's going to save you time in the long run. Next thing we're going to talk about is the sand stealing. So what this is when your friend has a load of sand and he backs within a certain distance of you and your sitting vehicle, as you can see here, you can steal the sand from someone else. So this will take their load and put it onto your vehicle. Already learned the hard way that this was the case, as Webster kept stealing his loads. He couldn't figure it out for a little bit what was going on. Thought he was glitched. So what we're doing here is we're jumping between vehicles now. So as you can see, I'm filling up this heavy duty carrier with sand, and then they're taking it from this vehicle specifically so they don't have to travel as far, just quickly load and lay. And then I'm taking it from this one up on the hill, which is within the sand quarry. So then it will fill this one, and then this one will fill my teammates, thus making it easier than driving all the way up to where you can see the red star to get more sand. This is just shortening their trips, making things faster. Another quick tip is if you're in the crane truck and you have a rollover or any of the cranes, quickly throw your arms out and quickly spin the crane around, pushing it down and extending it out. This will push the vehicle back up onto its wheels, stopping you from having your engine stall and getting you going again without having to recover your vehicle. Hope this little trick helps with the crane truck. Can be useful with the heavy duty sand truck also. Moving on to the final tip of the day, which is collecting the Warhammer barrels, which you see on the left here on top of the OEC, and the toys on the right. These are both things you need to keep an eye out for. We've got videos with locations up to find these easier, as they are worth a fair amount of money. Toys being worth 10,000 each and the barrels being worth 40,000 each. So keep your eye out. And all you do is pick them up, take them back to a construction shop, take them to this green zone, and as you see there, 50,000, 10 for the toy, 40,000 for the Warhammer barrel. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like and subscribe for future content.